The ones who are out there spectating, those are the people that you dance for. Some of them, maybe they're in wheelchairs, you said you dance for them. Some of them have heavy hearts, they lost a loved one, so you dance for them. When you dance, the people can see your heart. If it's in a good place, their spirit is uplifted. Healing takes place. Let your steps be a prayer. It's a celebration. The relationship that America has with its indigenous people, it's not a good one. People will look at Native people and say, high suicide rate there, alcoholism. Why can't they just get it together like everybody else? But they don't understand what was done to the Native people had a devastating effect. War, genocide, hate, being told that you're evil, that you're less human, devastating impact, on who we are, our culture, our identity. It's kind of like a bomb. Each generation is feeling that shockwave still. The whole culture of hip-hop, I was really drawn towards it, because I thought it was just really cool. Also, what the rappers were talking about, the inner cities and the struggle of being oppressed. What they were talking about was like, hey, what we were going through too. Kind of gave us a voice. As time went on, we heard natives rapping. These guys are telling their story. Shoot, I'll tell my story too, So we would freestyle and we would write lyrics down. We started expressing ourselves, talking about the res. Oh, hey, this guy's from the res, like me, I really love the sound of scratching. I saved up money, firefighting to buy myself a turntable. I would just spend hours, just perfecting my craft. We just had to learn everything ourselves. Hearing somebody else saying, hey, that sounds good, man, that's cool. That passion always just built up. I finally got introduced to an artist who was doing what I wanted to do. He was a native out there, rapping and traveling. I sent him my demo, and he's like, yo, I like it. Let's work together. Let's go out on tour. Okay, I'm gonna make this sacrifice. I'm gonna leave my family and go out here. And so that's what I did. Early on, my mind was in a different place. And I started to kind of get a little taste of fame, so to speak. I enjoyed that. It made me feel good. I made some mistakes in that realm. Thinking about what I did, thinking about my family, my wife, and, my future, just everything. I was just like, nah, that's not who I want to be. I don't really want to be this person. I don't want to be this guy. Right after that, I started taking steps towards being that person of positivity and love and expressing that through my music. Speaking out for Native rights or, human rights, I was never that person. I was just go with the flow type. I started to travel. I started to see different cultures, different Native cultures, the way these people view natives. You're open to what's going on, even about my own culture and who I am. There's a lot of crazy things going on. I felt I had to say something because people were listening to me. The cultural aspect, the dancing and what I do, I never want to do it for a gimmick. When I wear my regalia, it's not just fashion. It has a deep meaning. The beadwork that my wife and my daughter did for me, they put their heart and their soul into every stitch. When they're sitting there, they're praying for me, Creator, watch over him, let him say good words. Wherever I go and I wear my outfit, I take my family with me. My wife is with me, my kids are with me, my ancestors, they're with me. I can't be drinking alcohol, doing drugs and wearing this thing, talking about crazy stuff because it's sacred, it's sacred to me. The platform that I have as an artist, it's a good place to be to educate people. Wearing my outfit, it grabs the listener. I'm able to share with them and educate them. People ask me, hey, what messages do you want to relate with your music? It's the basic message of love. I don't really have an agenda when I go do my presentations. Faith, hope, love. I just want to spread those messages, and however they receive those is the way it's gonna go. You can never deny somebody's kindness, somebody's love, no matter what culture they come from, no matter what their view is. If you're giving love, you're helping people, you're gonna get that back. Our young people, they're dying. You know, they're on drugs, they're on alcohol, they're struggling, you know, with their identity. I'll get it in the inboxes and the emails afterwards. And they'll say, hey, I was one of those kids way in the back. And I just wanted to reach out to you and say, I think that's dope what you do, you know. I was gonna commit suicide. And the more you talked and the more you shared, I felt like I wanted to face life, you know. I felt like living. I heard your story. It was just like mine, man. I'm going through the same thing, but I think I'm gonna live, man. You know, I'm gonna face life. Thank you. Thank you for what you do. You saved my life, you know, bam. So you hear a story like that and you realize the power and the gift that you have is making a difference, you know. It's helping people.